We actually started on the 21st of August. That was when we were inaugurated, and I think a week later, they assigned the ministries to us. So the Ministry of Tourism was brand new in that in the past, tourism was embedded in another ministry, and we've had some ministers that were very progressive in what was being done, and I think there was some form of advocacy for the tourism ministry to be standalone, and not only that, the president took notice of that and ensured that amongst his ministers there was gender equality, gave the opportunity to women to also feature in his cabinet. So when we talk about what have we done, we spent quite a while reviewing some of the things that had been going on in the past. We are aware that the tourism policy was established in 2005, between 2005 and 2007 in the previous administration, but has not been updated. The United Nations World Tourism Organization had written to us and said that it needed to be updated, and so in the past few months they've been a review. They've reviewed the tourism policy. I think the first draft will be on my table today or tomorrow, and from there we will see the gaps in the policy and also come up with a committee to we will announce what the gaps are, and then we will put together a committee to make recommendations for the policy. Not only that, we used to have a presidential tourism council. That is the highest body for tourism related matters. We've discussed it with Mr. President, and we're waiting for that council to be inaugurated. We've spent some time, not much, because we have to be in the office. We've gone to some of the tourist assets, and we are aware that our tourism assets are a bit moribund. I would say a bit. I think I'm being generous with the term. They are moribund, and we've gone to a few, and I'm pleased to announce that some states in Nigeria are taking tourism seriously. The governor of some of the states, are making use of their assets, and they brought investors to build up their tourism assets. They've been, in the past year, there's been interest in ensuring that tourism takes place in the, as a revenue driver in the country. In fact, the goal is that if everything goes right, tourism, the revenue from tourism should be the number one revenue generator in the country. What we've done also is we are reviewing the classification of hotels in the tourism accommodations and establishments. That has just started, and we're looking to ensuring that doesn't matter what kind of establishment we have, but it's consistent in the country, because right now what we have is that a so-called five-star hotel in the north is different from a five-star hotel in the south and the east and the west, and so we want to ensure that they're structured. Then we're also working with the states. We've had a meeting of the commissioners for tourism in the States. We had an annual general meeting. It's the first time it has happened in a long time, and the reception was very good. The reception and participation was very high. We had almost all the states represented, and we talked about their own plans, and I think we agreed that we will not look at all the tourism assets, but we are going to work with the um, 10 best in each state and spend time on that and help the states also to get investors to bring up those assets and so on and so forth. I mean, we've attended some meetings, we've gone to some stakeholder events in the private sector and so on and so forth. It's been very busy for us, especially since January. And we don't, I mean, everybody knows that with tourism you have to just pull up your socks and